The meeting was hosted by the Indian Foreign Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, as the country acts as the chair of the BRICS Forum this year. And as expected, cooperation to deal with the pandemic featured prominently in these talks. This meeting was held against the backdrop of several BRICS nations struggling to access enough vaccine doses to inoculate their citizens. India, despite being the world's largest vaccine manufacturer, has managed to fully vaccinate only 3% of its entire population. After initially exporting vaccines to 90 countries, including South Africa and Brazil earlier this year, it is now being forced to import doses to meet domestic demand. Similarly, South Africa has only fully vaccinated less than 1% of its population. Last year, South Africa and India jointly mooted a proposal at the World Trade Organization to waive patents on COVID-19 vaccines for 3 years, allowing developing countries to produce their own vaccines. This proposal has been backed by 60 countries, including China and the United States. So far, Brazil, a BRICS member, had not backed the proposal, but government sources have told the SABC that now all BRICS nations have agreed to support this. The South African Foreign Minister called on member nations to help.
Agreement will allow use of intellectual property, the sharing of technologies and technology transfer, and the production of vaccines, therapeutics, and wider distribution, so that we achieve the ambition of none of us are safe until all of us are safe. We must address this global gap of vaccine access.
Nearly 2 billion doses have been administered globally, but just 0.3% have been given to citizens of 29 of the lowest income countries. India and South Africa's proposal needs to be backed by all 164 WTO members for it to be accepted. At the 11th round of talks held on Monday, WTO members failed to reach a consensus. Resistance has come from countries like Japan, Singapore, Switzerland, and also the European Union, where many pharmaceutical companies are based. The Indian Foreign Minister used the BRICS platform to remind the world that the threat from COVID-19 is far from over and that global cooperation is still the need of the hour.
It also continues to provide the larger context in which we assess the world and our policies. This is a time to reflect on its many implications.
Tuesday's meeting also laid the groundwork for a BRICS Heads of State Summit expected to be held later this year. Neha Punia, SABC News, New Delhi.